Welcome tankers! Greetings and salutations, or as they say in chat, uninstall noob scum. Today we'll look at my favorite tank, the Wiesel 1. Now I don't really play to get the most kills or do the most damage or have the best stats or any of that. What I care about is having the most fun and the most excitement in as short a period of time as possible. So I absolutely adore suicide scouting. It is so fun and so exciting, and I always go 1-on-3 or 1-on-4 just to see if I can do it and to have some fun. And who really wants to sit hull down behind a hill and sneak behind a hill to hide each time you get spotted? It's not exciting, it's not fun at all. So I have no problem doing stuff like this. And unfortunately we didn't dodge the shot from the Typhoon there. But he has no turret, so of course we'll try and kill him first, and then see if we can escape alive after doing a bit of damage to those guys. And it looks like we can with 5 health. And we actually survived a fair bit longer in this battle, but nothing really exciting happened, so I'll show you another clip here. And again, nothing seemed to be in the middle here, so I figured, hey, let's go suicide scout again, and hopefully my teammates will follow behind me and help. And if not, at least I'll get a lot of spotting damage. And we'll have to worry about the expeditionary tank first here, because he's got a great gun, he's pretty fast, and his turret traverse kind of sucks. So if you can circle him, you will make easy work of him. And now, once he's taken care of, I can start to worry about the main battle tank here. And of course we'll try and get behind him. But of course my two friends had the same idea, and that allowed him to just pull forward to safety, and now it's like Benny Hill chasing him around. And luckily we get the kill. And now we can go either to those guys on the left, but these guys are closer and much more dangerous, so I decided to turn around here and then worry about him. And the Wiesel is much more dangerous to me now, so I'm going to want to focus on him. But if you're wondering why I took those shots here at the MBT, 2 reasons. I wanted to empty my clip, and 2, I have a really small mouse pads, and flying the camera around often requires me to pick up the mouse. So instead of picking up the mouse and flying it around, I just took the last few shots of the MBT. It wasn't strategy or a good idea or anything, it was just because my mouse pad kind of sucks. So now we'll get around behind him, and of course as soon as you get a shot into him, the arrow tells him exactly where you are and to turn towards you. And luckily we could get the rest of the clip out while he was still turning towards us. And now I'm going to try and watch for his gun and see when he shoots to know when I can pull out and go attack him again. But of course he's going to run away because he's now surrounded. And now we're going to jump off the hill here and see if we can get a clip into his back before he can reload. I didn't realize my turret was broken there. I'd have a couple extra seconds to wait, but luckily we get the full clip out and kill him. And again, we survived a bit longer, but nothing much happened, so we'll show you one final game, and we'll show you the full game here. This, incidentally, this game happened just shortly after the number 12 update. So we were promised that today this update was going to fix World of Main Battle Tanks and AFVs and recon vehicles and TDs and light tanks and RD and everything else was going to become relevant again. But it appears that they did absolutely nothing, and we were lied to, and it's still World of Main Battle Tanks. Because I beg you to see any difference in this game from the previous 2 games. The main battle tanks still seem to be able to turn as fast, and you can't really circle them. And you still bounce everything except in the rear, so I don't know what they were thinking this was going to fix World of MBTs. It hasn't seemed to have done much at all. Although it did add a new ability for tank destroyers. Now you get basically an added camo ability, but they basically just took away your camo to give you that ability, so it really didn't, or doesn't have really much effect on TDs at all. They're still kind of weak. And here, as you can see, his turret is turning towards me as fast as I can circle him, and he's not turning his hull. So if he was turning his hull, he would easily be able to keep up with me and shoot me. So, and that's one of the more armored main battle tanks at his tier, so yeah, World of Main Battle Tanks is still here and in full force. So I'm not even going to bother shooting at his front armor. Try and wait to get around behind him. And now luckily we have some help, and you always want to get on each side of him so that one of you is always shooting his rear armor. And now, because of the red outline, I couldn't tell if he was facing me and I was in danger of being killed or not, so I backed up behind the hill there, but it turns out he was looking at the other guy, and I can just pull forward and empty a clip into his back. And now there are only 3 tanks left, and it should be an easy mop-up. And in this next little bit here, you'll really see how main battle tanks are still overpowered. Because this guy is the same tier as me, and now we'll start emptying our clip into his side. We're perpendicular to him. Everything is bounced. And absolutely every shot bounced. Even, of course, some were at an angle into the side and probably should have bounced, but like shots like those were almost 90 degrees into his side, and everyone bounced. We haven't even damaged him yet. And now what, we got 1 penetration there into his side, and now we're shooting at the side rear of his turret, and everything's bouncing. And, well, I should pull forward and get around behind him and shoot the back of his turret there, but my teammate finishes him off quickly, and now all we have left is a single Wiesel, and that'll be the game. So this was the Wiesel 1, the Tier VII AFV, and by far my favorite tank. It is fast and maneuverable, and it doesn't have quite as good a gun as, say, the Crab, or even the VBL has a great gun, but it has tracks instead of wheels, and that makes this thing so much more maneuverable than any of the other recon vehicles. And I absolutely adore it, even though it's not particularly fast, and occasionally main battle tanks can keep up with you. They can go every bit as fast as you. So that was the Wiesel 1. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a good day.